Plug those headphones in. It's time for Ireland's only interactive podcast, the multi-award winning Opinions Matter with Adrian and Jeremy.
Hello, this is Adrian Kennedy. This is a short little clip from our most recent Opinions Matter podcast. If you want to hear the whole thing, go to wherever you get your podcasts and search for Opinions Matter with Adrian and Jeremy and follow us there.
Water to survive. But now, Jeremy's attitude and some of the people's attitude, well, if you don't have money, touch it, you're on the streets. It's a basic human right. We need shelter to survive. And like this attitude that if you don't earn enough money, well, tough. Or, if you don't earn enough money, fuck off out of Dublin. So segregate everybody else that doesn't have money. It just doesn't make sense.
Well, it does make a sense. Living in the capital city in any country in the world is a luxury. If I went to live in New York tomorrow, Kelly, do you think I could afford an apartment in Manhattan?
Well, answer the question. That's not what I'm getting at.
No, that's not what I'm getting at.
Like, I'm born and raised in Dublin, right? Yep. So myself and my kids, we born and raised here. So we were renting didn't get our house for 12 years. We were renting. We were paying to go to the mortgage on our rent and still being told we can't afford a mortgage, so tough. So we were paying more than I was actually paying than one of my friends on a mortgage for rent, and I was being told, no, but you can't afford a mortgage, but yes, I could pay somebody else's mortgage. So judging by that, just because I was refused a mortgage, I should have to then be thrown out of Dublin to actually have accommodation then. That doesn't make sense. If I'm able to pay for it, just because I don't own me bricks and mortar, does not mean that I shouldn't get to live in Dublin, like where I was born and raised, if I'm paying somebody else's mortgage.
But that's
segregating people then that are on low incomes. You can't do that.
So you think that someone...
Listen to what she said.
No, I am listening.
You want to segregate... You want rich people living in Dublin and those who aren't as rich out.
That's already the case. Sorry, do you live in Malahide, Kelly?
No, Blanchardstown.
No, why don't you live in Malahide?
Because this is where I got my house.
No, but Malahide's lovely. Why don't you live in Malahide? Why don't I live in Malahide?
Why don't you live in Malahide?
Why don't you live in Finglas? It would have been cheaper.
No, but answer the question. Why don't you live in Malahide?
What are you getting at?
And why don't I live in Malahide?
Because I couldn't have. Because first of all, I couldn't afford to live in Malahide. Second of all, it wasn't where I was given my home. And I would rather be paying than struggling every month to pay somebody else's mortgage.
Is that not segregation? I want to live in that housing estate that Nicky Byrne and Ronan Keaton and all live in. You know, that big queue with all the
that's people's choice. That's down to personal choice.
No, but using
if I was being told by the council, you don't have enough money to be able to get a mortgage, that's bad. Now you have to fuck off out of the county.
No, but
why? That's not my choice. That's somebody else's choice based on my income.
Okay, can I scream segregation because I can't get a house in Malahide? I feel segregated.
But you were still in a position to be able to buy somewhere. You were able to choose where you wanted to buy.
No, I couldn't fucking choose where I wanted to buy.
No,
I couldn't.
But you still chose where you bought. I did not choose where I live.
I'm living in a concrete jungle, for God's sake. I want to live in Malahide. What's the name of that place where all the big houses are?
No, it's posh.
It's posh. I want to live in Malahide. Now, by your rules, I'm being segregated because I can't live in Malahide. Is that correct?
No, what I'm saying is you still own your home. You are still able to be in a position to buy your home in an area that you were able to go and look at that and say, okay, yeah, we're happy here. So, but your attitude is you're saying to people, if you don't have the money for a mortgage and you have to get a house off the council, well then fuck off out of the county because it's just.
And that is what you said, Jeremy. That is exactly what you said. That is what you said.
But you're agreeing with me because the exact argument I put to you, Kelly, is why I really want to live in actually, no, forget Malahide. I want to live Southside. I want to live in Killiney Hill. That's where I want to live.
But you can't afford to.
That's pipe.